Lazy Handle Show. I'm your host, Katrina. For today's topic, we're going to be talking about the Curling World Cup. It's a series of events formed by the World Curling Federation. If you go to the curlingworldcup.com website, you'll see that some of the information is a little bit sketchy. So I'm going to do my best to inform you about all the rules and how the format works. So there are 3 legs and a grand final. The first leg is in China in September. Our second leg is in USA in December. Our third leg is in Sweden in January. And our grand finals is in Beijing, China in May. There are 8 different men's countries, 8 different women's countries, and 8 different mixed doubles countries. I think it's great how they're putting mixed doubles, women's, and men's events all together. Moving on to the teams. As you can see, China, USA, and Sweden are in all 3 disciplines. That's because they are hosting one of the 3 legs. Now, the next 3 countries are chosen by the top-ranked team in each region. So North America, Asia, and Europe. That'd be Canada for North America. The next 2 teams are chosen by the World Curling Federation by marketing. So who they think is most interesting. I don't completely agree with that because, as you can see, Russia qualified in the women's side and Switzerland qualified on the men's side and mixed doubles side. But Switzerland's not on the women's side. I don't agree with how Switzerland is not on the women's side because they won 3 of the last 5 women's world championships, and Russia has never won a world title in women's history. That's why I don't completely agree with this marketing. And there's this really cool new Switzerland super team with Alina Petz and Silvana Tirinzoni, and I'm not quite sure why they wouldn't want to show that team off. Also, you don't have to send the same team to every single leg. For example, Canada is sending a different team to each leg. In the first leg, they're sending Homan and Cooey, and for mixed doubles, Crocker and Walker. And then they're showing Fleury and Gunnelson. And then for the third leg, it's Jones and Gushue. So, but a team like Sweden, Niklas Edin and Hasselberg might have a chance in all 3 legs. So they would have an advantage over Canada that is sending a different team to each leg. And then, that's moving on to the 2 pools of 4. So there are 2 pools of 4, and it's a double round robin. Each team plays 6 games. And the top team in each pool will face off in the finals, and the winner of that game will win that leg. I don't agree with the double round robin, each team playing 6 games. I think each team should play 7 games and have a regular round robin because it would make more sense to me. For instance, in the first leg, Hasselberg and Homan are in different pools. And let's say Hasselberg or Homan doesn't make it to the finals, or they don't get a chance, they crack. Then we won't get to see Homan and Hasselberg face off against each other, and that's a game that I'm sure a lot of people want to see. I definitely do. Also, for the point system, it's 3-2-1. So there are no extra ends, and a win in 8 or fewer ends is 3 points. They would go to a shootout, which is a draw to the button contest if it's a tie after 8 ends. The winner of the shootout gets 2 points. The loser of the shootout gets 1 point. And if you lose in 8 or fewer ends, you get 0 points. I think the Grand Slam of Curling should definitely consider this point system, because then there will be less tiebreakers. Also, there are timed ends. So there's a certain time limit in each end. So I think it'd be different for like Cooey. Last year, Cooey and Kennedy would always be talking, and then at the end they'd be rushed because they wouldn't have enough time. So I think it'd be different for Cooey, but he does have a new third, so maybe BJ Neufeld could speed him up. Maybe he's different than Kennedy. Also, the coaches are at ice level, so they can talk to the players between ends. It's not a fourth or fifth end break. You can talk to them after the first end, or you can talk to them between shots. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to TV coverage. So TV coverage in Canada is a big question because right now, as we speak, TSN Canada not really showing any of the Curling World Cup, and I'm sure a lot of Canadian curlers want to see the Curling World Cup. TSN is not showing it. Now in America, NBC coverage is showing most of it, and World Curling TV is going to be showing some of it, but it could be blocked in Canada. Also, the website is also going to be blocked, could be blocked in Canada. So right now, not a lot of Canadians know what's going to happen with this Curling World Cup. We might just have to stay on Curling Zone or try to keep up. So I really want to see it, but right now, it's a big question for TV coverage. Lastly is the grand final qualification. So it's in Beijing, China. As you know, the 2022 Olympics is in Beijing, China. So I think this is a great test event for it. China gets a free entry because it's in China. The 3 winners of each leg gets a spot in the grand finals. The World Curling Federation chooses 1 team for the finals, for the grand finals, and since the grand final takes place after the World Championships, the World Champs also get a spot in the grand final. The 2 highest ranked teams in the world also get a spot in the grand finals. Now, there can be more than 1 Canadian team in the grand finals. For example, if maybe Casey Scheidegger won the Worlds, and Holman won the first leg, Fleury won the second leg, Jones won the third leg, then we'd have 4 Canadian women's teams, and that would give Canada a great shot at winning the Curling World Cup, which I think would be great. I think that's it. I think that's all you need to know. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.